much closer than that without killing him. So definitely climb down after him. But wrong property. Gotta let him go.
Whoa, we got one, baby.
Oh, there he is. He's right there. Oh, baby. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, sir. Believe this. Thank you so much. Exit there? No, you just want to say a real quick prayer. Lord, thank you for this deer. Thank you for the time that we've been able to spend in the woods this season. I couldn't ask for a better season. I was able to harvest a doe, a turkey, and a buck within a week and a half of each other. Casey was able to harvest a deer already. Dad was able to harvest 2. Whitey harvested 1. I don't know if you could ask for a better season than that. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this time that we get to spend in your great outdoors. Amen. Amen. Look at that.
Wow. He's an oldie.
Look at the head on him. Look at the neck on him.
I know. I keep
Oh
looking
my
at that.
gosh.
I'm speechless.
what a day. Oh, what a 2 days. Saw this guy, well actually Dad saw him in the morning when he was out hunting in the back, and look at that old beard. When he was out hunting in the back of the property, and I decided to set up in a stand that I had sat in the other day, and I saw him. I had him at 33 yards behind a bunch of brush, and I couldn't get a shot. So I came in this morning with the hope that he was still in here with the doe that he was with, and about 10 o'clock, a little before 10, I started thinking to myself, man, he's probably gone. You know, I hadn't seen anything, no does, no nothing, and lo and behold, he ended up coming out and I shot him. But I'm not going to give you the whole story on here. We'll get him cleaned up and we'll do a real good interview with some better footage than this. All right, everybody. Well, we got him all cleaned up and propped up nice for you guys to see. I'm still in shock, complete shock. So I'll give you the whole backstory. So yesterday in the morning, I hunted at the house, didn't really see much. I saw 2 does, and I ended up going to work with my uncle. And while we were there, my father was hunting at Patty's, and he had bucks and does running everywhere, and he saw this guy. So yesterday afternoon, I got in at Patty's around 12:45, and I don't know what time it was really. It was probably, I don't know, 3:15, 3:30, and I saw him stand up out in the field in the neighbor's property with a doe. And long story short, he ended up coming into about 33 yards, but he was behind a bunch of brush. Never could get a shot off, and I was probably 4:45. I mean, after legal shooting light, I had put my bow down and just sitting there watching him so I can get out in the dark. And another buck, well, 2 bucks came flying through the property. I mean, fast. I never seen deer run, chasing a doe, and they ended up over by this guy. And the bigger of the 2 that were chasing, plus this guy, started fighting. So I didn't know what was going to happen this morning, but I figured at least one of them would still be there. So I got in, and nice and quiet, real dark. Had about 45 minutes until light, which was great. And I don't know, it was probably 6:50, 6:55. I had a little buck come underneath me, a little 5-pointer, and then 2 other bucks came through right under my stand over the next hour or so, and I didn't see anything. I actually called my uncle and asked him, I said, what do you think? You know, should I move? Should I go to the back of the property? What should I do? You know, I was getting nervous, thinking, he was gone, and I figured I'm blowing my day on this spot. Next thing I know, I see this guy come walking through. He came in to about 40 yards, made a couple rubs, and then headed back out. And that was over the course of, I don't know, 45 minutes. And I got a few minutes of video with my phone because my actual camera died early. And I'm watching him, and he moved over to this area that I thought was about 50 yards. I'm watching him. He's just standing there, perfectly broadside. Like, you know what, let me arrange this to see what it actually is. I picked up the rangefinder and I banked him 42 yards. I'm like, whoa, you're getting an arrow. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I didn't think he was that close. So I drew the bow. I mean, he was so focused on that doe, it wasn't even funny. Drew the bow, held on him. I was shaking like crazy, so I had to let down. And I ended up drawing again, got a solid hold, let go. He didn't duck, he didn't do anything. He went about 20 yards through this thick stuff. He stopped, hunched over and coughed. The blood came spewing out. He made it another 15, 20 yards tops and piled up. Man, I couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, I'm in shock. I don't even know what to say. Huge thanks to Casey for helping me drag and for help this whole season. My father, my uncle, for Patty for letting us hunt, and to everybody who was praying for me over the past couple days to get it done. This is the 4th day that I took off from work out of 6 days. So now at least I'll spend a little time trying to film Casey, and maybe we'll get something done while we're in the tree together. But anyway, if you guys are out, hope you guys are having good luck seeing stuff. I mean, I know they're sure moving. It's November 12th, and actually the time was 11:11 when I shot him. So If anybody says that's not lucky, you're wrong. Anyway, good luck, guys, and if you're out, make sure you shoot straight.